on Paper. I am Brianna, and thank you so much for joining me. I am playing along with the Crafty Low or No Spend Facebook group, Collection Obsession, where we take a collection, and not necessarily that we try to kill it, but that we use it for about 4 layouts a month. So this month, I have this collection. It's from Echo Park, So Happy Together by Dina Rudder, and it's from 2012. The story behind this is that I went to an estate sale. It was $2, and it's the full collection. So there's the cover sheet. Oh, and I've got 2 sticker sheets in here I gotta show you. There are 2 sticker sheets in here. Maybe I have to make a point of using the letters. I never use the letters. Maybe I'll have to make a point. And these kind of bright but subdued, can I say that? I like to say that, bright but subdued, which is kind of an oxymoron, but colors that I can use. So all the papers are here. I turned them, they're all different, and I turned them to the side that I prefer. And I can do a quick flip to show you the other side too. So there's some that are more themed. There's birds, there's like kind of traveling or visiting type ones, vacation. There's the pretty wood grain. What's on the opposite of that? Yeah, you never know which one I might use of that one, but houses. And then here's a framed one too. Those are always hard for me to use, but you never know. So, all right, I'll show you my pictures. My husband and myself went to Mean Girls, and that's what I want to document today. So let's get scrapping. I am loving this collection, and I think this is going to be so easy to use. Moira is playing along with Collection Obsession. She went and she took out her 4 sets of photos for the whole month, because we're each doing 4 layouts for the month with a collection. I think that's a genius idea. I have not done that. I just am doing one at a time. So here I've picked out a couple papers. The stripes are going to be the stripes on the bottom. Oh, I forgot to mention, I am using a Scrapbook Generation sketch. It's a paid sketch, so I can't show you. Then it's got a scallop on the bottom, but instead of doing a scallop, you can take I think it's 1.5 inch circle, which I have the Creative Memories punch. And then when you cut them in half and line them all up, that'll be your scallop. Well, these florals were perfect to do that circle. Not that I line them all exactly up, but I used that pattern paper and it worked splendidly. So those are going to be my scallop border. There is a 2-inch border on the tops on both sides, and I liked this honeycomb paper, and what I did with that was estimated the 2 inches and then cut the honeycombs down so that they were 2 inches. The background paper that I just pulled out of my stash is it might be Vicky Bouton, I'm not sure, but it's like a faux mixed media. I did not do that myself. It was printed that way. And so then you can see the striped paper on the bottom, the honeycomb's going to go on top, and then I'm lining some of these circles up and then I'm going to cut them in half. And they're going to be a scallop border on top and on bottom. So I just spread them out so that like the red flower isn't next to the red flower and the yellow flower isn't next to the yellow flower. And this paper just becomes a 1/4 inch border on the page. And so I really got to cut into this collection good, but there's still so much left for the 3 layouts. Plus, even with doing this double page layout, on the sketch, it's a solid block, not the honeycomb. It goes up on top and then has that little 1/4 inch border and then the scallops. However, because I've got the honeycomb, I put the scallops above the honeycomb, if that makes sense, so that it can go on the straight part of the border. And you know, you can't tell the difference because you haven't seen the sketch. So there you go. Do with any sketch the way you like. So I took the first one that I cut out, and I get to use the part that I cut from as the bottom of the second one. So I'm just measuring that up to make sure it's the right size. And I trim that so I can put it on the other side of the page. These colors are so versatile. They're that nice. I don't know. Do you agree with me or not? They're vibrant, they're subdued. There's not the bright, but they're still bright. I don't know how to describe it. I have a problem with that. I need more words. And so then I have all these cut off. I just used my trimmer to cut them in half. And then again, I'm spreading them out. And I will spread them all out and then get them off the paper again so that I can glue everything on. So I spend a lot of time doing this. But make sure that you check everybody's playlist below that's playing along with Collection Obsession. Last month, I only got 3 layouts in. Shh, don't tell anybody. I will promise I will do better this month, and I know I will because I'm not doing the 30 days of sketches, and this is I really liked my collection last month, so please don't get me wrong, but this is really easy color scheme to use with any kind of photos. And then I'm still counting circles, moving them around. I lost one on the floor. I had to cut out another one. I did look on the floor because, you know, with scrapbooking, where's the first place? It's either on your elbow or the floor. I did not see it on the floor until I was totally done with the page, but that's okay. Now I have it put it back into my collection for the next time. It's a good embellishment. Here I go, taking everything off the page so that I can glue it down. I only feel a little bit guilty that I'm covering this beautiful paper up with these borders, but the majority of it is in the middle of the page where you can see it behind the photos. I'm glad I used it. I think it looks it not only does it match with the collection, but it gives it a cool look rather than just a solid cardstock. Oh, and I took this is out of paper pad, so I had to remove the branding strip. So I did that on both sides. And then I can start gluing things down with my ATG. And I just have to give this a little room because, like I said, in the sketch, it's all moved up to the top of the paper and then the scallops go below. But because I had the honeycombs that were kind of scallopy, I put my scallops on the top. So I just had to leave a little bit of room for the scallops, and then I didn't use a ruler or anything to get it super straight. And then I don't know if I cut it out or not, but it's the scallops or the half circles fit totally well at first, and then as you go across, they're like poking out over the top of the page. So I just had to start scooting them underneath this border strip there, which of course you can't tell. I mean, it's not crooked enough to tell. And with tucking the scallops under a little bit, here we go. See? Oh no, it's too tall. And I know the scallops are the right size, so I just do a little tucking, and you can't tell that it's wonky at all. And it's just busy enough without being busy. And I like this mixed media paper in that it has the white on the top so that those scallops don't get lost. There, and there's, by the magic of TV, they're all done, all 4 rows. So then next I'm going to get those pictures where I want them. I actually glue the picture to the right in the wrong space, but if I don't say anything, you might not notice it. I end up turning off the video, and I did my journaling strips offline. And then I made my title with my Cricut. Oh, see, the photo moved up and the journaling strips are underneath. And now I'm going to lay down my title. It says Stage Left. I actually found a pre-done title, Stage Left, in the Cricut. I didn't like the font. So I cut out, or I I found a different arrow and cut that out and used my own font for stage left, and then it kind of works good right to go over the top of the arrow. Something I never like think to do. I love the way it looks, and it's perfect. So it was kind of a happy accident, you know, with how much room was left there. I was going to put stage left and then the arrow underneath, but it works out splendidly. Splendidly is my word for the day. Let me see if I can get in one more time before the end of the video. We're getting kind of close. So the rest then, what's left is just to do the embellishing, and I took out that stamping block because I thought I was going to pull off some stickers and put it on there just to, as a placeholder, and I didn't. I just took off the stickers and put them right onto the paper. In the sketch it shows a flower right there where I put that flower on the journaling lines. And then I added 2 other journaling spots just to make it a little bit more interesting, give your eye a little bit more to look at. I do move this arrow around. I thought because the title has an arrow, it would be fun to get the 2 other arrows on there. I end up thinking hard there, moving my arrow around. And I get the arrow stuck down, and then I thought, oh, I should have some space in between the arrow and the honeycomb. And yeah, I ripped it. But it goes back together fine. It's going to stay right there because it's on the photo. So, whoops. Just get out some glue. It'll be fine. No worries at all. My trusty glue. So there you go. I store it above where I film there. I store it upside down. That one's almost out. I got myself a whole box of those on Amazon during COVID, and I think this is the second one I'm going through, so I'm doing pretty good with it. I use the liquid glue usually on smaller things or things I want to move around a little bit, and the ATG goes on everything else. So I put a little banner there and a couple of the honeycomb, or I keep calling them honeycombs. There are hexagons. Hexagon, honeycomb, you know. So yeah, a couple of hexagon pieces down there, and then I stick another a flower on top of the arrow, and then I put a little label there, and I end up putting the date there, but I didn't even put that on the date on before I took the pictures. So and then just 2 more circles there by the flower, and that's it. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for sticking with me. Oh, don't forget, they're like enamel dots, but they're kind of glitzy. I'm not sure where I got those. I think they were Creative Memories, actually. I think I got them in a kit. So I hope you have a fabulous day, and I'll see you again soon for another video.